All right, y'all, I'm here at Bonham Trade Days. I came across looked like a registered voter because he had on a campaign shirt for John Ross for Congress. And I wanted to ask him maybe what made him wear this shirt and talk a little bit about why it was important for him to support his candidate of choice.
All right, so this is an older shirt.
Okay.
John Ross was one of the guys running for Congress at the time, and another guy came in and took his place. But anyway, he was running for Congress, and he didn't get voted in. But that doesn't mean that nobody voted for him. It just means that the votes were spread out. This many voted for this other guy, and this many people voted for John. I voted for John. He was just one of the candidates for Congress. Every vote in every election matters, no matter who you are. As long as you're a registered voter, in my opinion, you need to be voting, because people complain all the time about the candidates that are in office, but they don't go out and vote. So if you don't go out and vote, then why can you complain? Don't complain unless you're doing your part in voting. Then you complain all you want, because that's how it works. Our voting system is not totally great at this time in life, because there's a lot of people trying to push back on IDs and stuff like that. But you have to have an ID for everything that you do. You buy a gun, you buy liquor, you buy cigarettes, you have to have an ID. Why not have an ID for some of the most important thing in America is for registered voters to vote. It's extremely important, because everybody that gets elected makes a choice. And is the choice good for you, or good for me, or good for the next guy? Who knows? But the problem is people don't vote, and if we don't go out and vote, then we can't complain.
Now,
Thanks.
now I must ask you. You mentioned about the ID.
Yeah.
Um, does Texas have something on the ballot in regards to ID?
Okay, I do not know as far as Austin, Texas goes. We live in Fannin County.
Okay.
So Fannin County, you have to be on the roll to be able to vote, or you have to have a legal ID, and they can look you up in the system. If you're a registered voter, you're already in the system. I live not too far from here. I live in Fannin County, but it's a different city than Bonham. I'm in Bonham, but this is where I'd go to vote for main primary elections, like the president election or whatever it may be. But in the city elections, the city has to have their own people vote for that, because it's how it works. But if you don't have an ID, there's a big chance you're not going to get voted in Fannin County. They expect you to have either your driver's license or a birth certificate or something that proves that you're an American. And that's just their policy. And it's actually, if you look at the policies for the voting regulations, it is in there that you have to have an ID. But a lot of cities, a lot of people are sidestepping, because if certain people don't come out and vote, then they might not get the popularity vote that they want. And that's extremely important. Please, if you do anything at all, if you don't have an ID, get an ID and go vote what your heart tells you to vote for. Make good judgments on your vote. Don't vote because I say vote for this guy or vote for that guy. Vote what your conscience tells you to vote. It's our God-fearing right.
Okay, sir. I noticed that you said that. I interrupted you setting up your booth. Can you kind of tell me what booth you're setting up here?
Okay, I'm going to have a sign on my booth, and it'll say free Bibles, free prayer, and free water. Because people who come by, there's a lot of people who are struggling, who need prayer, and that's what I'm all about. Praying for others, giving them a Bible, getting them involved in the Word of God, and just helping them get along. I have free water, free Bibles, free prayer. Come on out and talk to me. I'm David Bridgewater.
David Bridgewater. Well, I have one other question in regards to something that one young voter asked me about. Could you give your honest opinion about church separation from state?
Okay, church has never been separated from state. People have been trying to do that, but even in political times, John the Baptist, why did he die? He died because of political issues. He was telling them, hey, it's not right for you to be doing this, and it was a political type of situation. Jesus died because of political issues. We have to be involved in politics, no matter who you are. If you're a Christ follower, you need to be following not only God, but you need to be doing what's right for where you live at. You need to be voting, you need to be doing all these things. You need to be involved as well, because if we do not put people in office who believe in good, godly things, you have bad moral characters coming into place. And right now, there's a whole lot of bad moral people in Congress, in different places that's been elected by people because they don't read up on what that person is about. A prime example, Ken Paxton. I like Ken Paxton. I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote for him. The other guy is James Tallarico, which is running for office at the same time. What I don't like is James Tallarico is twisting what God actually says to fit his agenda. Paxton isn't doing that. Paxton has done stuff with whatever he's got going on in his own personal life, but Paxton's primary goal is to support the people who vote for him in the state of Texas. Tallarico is not that guy, but that's just my opinion. Again, the cool thing is I'm a voter, so I can say these things.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, sir, and thank you again. And this will be on my Do Better Unified YouTube channel. And